Okay, everybody, for our fourth subject, we're going to be learning math. So this is just a continuation of what we learned yesterday about the time of day. So go ahead and get your math book and get it ready. We're turning to page 263. Okay, ask somebody to help you find the page if you can't do it by yourself. But we are going to be working on page 263 only one page for math. So before we continue, let's review the time of day that we studied yesterday. So I drew the pictures on my whiteboard because I left the pictures in the classroom. So this picture shows the sun rising, and that is morning. Okay, everybody say morning. In Tagalog, morning is umaga. Okay, morning, the sky is not so hot yet, and morning is the time when we wake up and we go to school. Okay, so the next part of the day is afternoon. Afternoon. So afternoon is when the sun is high up in the sky and it is the hottest part of the day. And the last one is night. So during night, the place is already dark and it's the moon that's shining in the sky along with the stars. Okay, so that's night. So let's repeat after Teacher Meg. Say morning, say afternoon, and say night. Okay, good job. So the instruction for our activity is you are going to I am going to read the situation written there, and on the blank we have to write whether the activity is happening in the morning, in the afternoon, or at night. So the space is not very big, so make sure you try your best to write small so that it will fit on the line. But in case you tried your best and it still goes out of the line, that's all right, okay? But just try your best. So we have to look for, it's like a treasure hunt. We're going to look for clues that will help us to figure out whether the activity is happening on a morning or an afternoon or at night. Okay, so make sure you're on this page and let's start. Remember, you can pause the video anytime while you're copying so that you can have more time to write in case you need more time. So on number 1, we're going to write on the blank. Let Teacher Meg read first. Omar just finished his lunch. He rests for a while, then he plays with his friends in the park. Okay, the name of the boy in the situation is Omar, and he just finished his lunch. So lunch is the second meal of the day. It is eaten at usually around 12 o'clock, and then it says that he rests after he finishes his lunch, and then he plays with his friends. So if lunch is at 12 o'clock, any time after 12 o'clock and around 6 o'clock, that is what we call the afternoon. And also, he plays in the park with his friends. So if we go to school in the morning, it means it's not morning, right? So if there's no more school in the afternoon, that's probably the time that Omar plays with his friends. Do you think Omar can play in the park if it's already nighttime? I don't think his parents will allow him to be playing outside when it's already night. So if we go to school in the morning and we are not supposed to be outside during night, then Omar is probably playing in the park in the afternoon. Very good. Okay, so you're supposed to copy these letters on the first blank, afternoon. So go ahead and pause the video if you need more time to copy the word afternoon. Okay, but Teacher Meg is gonna go ahead now. So let's go to number 2. For number 2, let me read it. Fe fixes her things and goes to bed. She has to sleep early. She will go on a field trip tomorrow. Okay, so the girl in the story is Fe. She is going to bed. When you go to bed, and it says here that she needs to sleep early. So what time of the day do you go to bed? Do you go to bed in the morning? Or do you go to bed to sleep in the afternoon? Or do you go to bed to sleep at night? So if you answered night, then you are correct. So please copy this word on number 2. So let's continue. Let's go to number 3. Number 3 says, Lorena gets out of bed. She can see the sun rising in the sky. She will go to church today. So when you get out of bed, it means that you just came from your long sleep. And it says that she looks outside and she sees the sun rising. So which part of the day shows the sun rising? You're correct. The time of the day is morning. Very good. So here the sun is rising during the morning. So copy this word, this answer for number 3. Let's move to number 4. Number 4 says, Guido waits for his dad to come home. He can see the moon and the stars in the sky. He reads a book and soon father arrives. So this one has a very, very important clue. It says he waits for his dad to come home. Usually, daddies and mommies work in the morning and in the afternoon and they come home at night. Also, it says that the moon and the stars, Guido can see the moon and the stars in the sky. So these 2 pictures do not have the moon and the stars in the sky except night. So our answer for number 4 is night. Okay? And the last one. Norma takes a bath and eats her breakfast. She prepares for school and waits for her school bus. So, when you take a bath and you eat your breakfast is the first meal of the day, okay? You eat it in the morning. Also, she prepares to go to school. So, because we have school in the morning, it means that Norma is preparing also during the morning. So our answer for number 5 is morning. Okay, good job on completing the activity for math.